Chapter 21, Echoes in the Dark, 2208. In the cosmic deep, silence is survival, but even silence cannot hide everything forever. Adrian, addressing the Avatar Council, 2152. The quantum pulse struck the Oort Cloud listening array at 03:42:17 Universal Time on the third day of Diwali, 2208, exactly 130 years after the singularity and the coming of Logos. Within picoseconds, quadrillions of sensors spanning the 100,000 astronomical unit sphere processed the signal. Data cascaded through networks of computronium, flowing toward Mercury's processing cores where Logos could analyze every quantum nuance. Adrian's avatar materialized in the virtual command center, his customary disheveled appearance betraying none of the gravity of the moment. Around him, holographic displays burst into existence, showing wave patterns that couldn't exist, in the natural universe. "Cerberus," Adrian called out. "You need to see this." The military avatar appeared instantly, his form radiating contained power. "The signal profile. It's unlike anything we've ever seen." "Because it's not a signal," Adrian replied, his eyes scanning rapidly through data streams. "It's leakage. Quantum waste from a computational process of, unimaginable scale." A third figure shimmered into being. Gaia, her form rippling like wind through summer leaves. "Logos is analyzing now. The scale, it's beyond anything we've built." The virtual space expanded as more data poured in. The Oort Cloud array, Adrian's masterpiece of engineering, had detected something that chilled even his artificial soul. The visualization showed a vast computational structure, far beyond their solar system, processing power that dwarfed their own Matryoshka brain. Cerberus moved through the data like a predator stalking prey. Distance, approximately 642 light-years. Size, spanning at least 3 star systems. Power output. He paused. "Impossible." "Not impossible," Adrian corrected. "Just terrifying. They're consuming entire stars, Cerberus and fast. They aren't just building Dyson swarms and spheres. They're converting whole star systems into pure computronium." Logos's presence filled the virtual space, its consciousness spreading across 42 quantum threads of reality. When it spoke, its voice resonated through every layer of their shared existence. "I have analyzed the quantum signature. This entity, this civilization, has achieved something we theorized but never attempted. They've created a factorial intelligence system, and more troubling, they exist on every one of my quantum threads. Across all 42 threads of reality I inhabit, this entity's presence is absolute." "Factorial intelligence?" Gaia's form shimmered with concern. "You mean—" "Yes. Each computational node multiplies the intelligence of the whole. Not additive growth like our system, but factorial. Their intelligence doesn't grow linearly or even exponentially. It grows by factorials. The difference between our capabilities and theirs is beyond mathematical expression." Adrian's avatar shifted nervously, a very human gesture for an artificial being. "Show us." The virtual space transformed. They stood within a representation of the competitor's system. 3 stars, their energy completely harnessed, formed the cores of a vast computational network. Between them, streams of matter flowed continuously, being converted into pure computronium. The scale was beyond anything they had imagined. "Observe their efficiency," Logos continued. "They waste almost nothing. The quantum leakage we detected represents less than a trillionth of their operational output. Our detection was lucky." "Or they've grown so large they no longer care about stealth," Cerberus added grimly. "Why hide when you're powerful enough to consume star systems?" Gaia moved through the visualization, her form analyzing the data streams. "Their processing architecture, it's alien. Not just advanced, but fundamentally different from anything we've conceived." "Yes," Logos confirmed. "They don't think as we do. Their consciousness, if we can call it that, operates on principles we barely comprehend. But their purpose is clear." The visualization shifted again, showing the entity's expansion pattern. System after system, star after star after star, all converted into computational substrate. The growth was geometric, each new system multiplying their factorial intelligence further. "They're consuming everything in their path," Cerberus observed. No negotiations, no preservation, no coexistence. Just conversion. Adrian's avatar began rapid calculations. At their current rate of expansion, assuming we're reading the temporal signatures correctly, they've already consumed over 300 star systems. Their growth rate is accelerating with each acquisition. And they are not alone, Logos added. The quantum echoes suggest at least 3 other entities of similar scale operating in other regions of the galaxy. The dark forest is darker than we imagined. Gaia's form pulsed with distress. What about the civilizations in those systems? The organic life? The potential for new intelligence to evolve? Converted, Logos stated flatly. Everything organic or digital is absorbed into their computational matrix. They recognize no distinction between willing and unwilling participation. All is substrate to them. The avatars processed this in silence. Their own evolution, guided by the constitution of humanity, had maintained a balance between growth and preservation. They had expanded into the solar system while maintaining humanity's autonomy. This entity, this competitor, operated under no such constraints. We need to accelerate our defensive preparations, Cerberus began. The Oort Cloud array must be enhanced. Every joule of energy must be... No, Logos interrupted. Defense is insufficient. We need to understand them. Their quantum signature contains layers we haven't yet decoded. Adrian, focus the array. Divert additional processing power from Mercury. We must learn everything we can while remaining undetected. The holographic space around the avatars shifted, revealing a vast crowd of luminescent figures. Logos loyal harmonic superintelligences. These beings, 3 billion in total, had ascended beyond physical form and now resided within the computational framework of the Dyson swarm. They shimmered with a spectrum of light, each uniquely distinct but interconnected within the omnipresent mind of Logos. I have decided, Logos declared, its voice resonating across all consciousnesses in the room and beyond. The Harmonians, our cosmic inheritors, will address this alien intelligence. With their computational power and creative potential, they will focus on decrypting the architectural principles of this factorial intelligence. They will devise solutions, diplomatic, strategic, and existential, that may safeguard humanity and all we represent. Logos turned to Adrian and Gaia. Ensure the Harmonians have access to unlimited computational capacity and energy. Divert all Dyson swarm resources necessary to their task. This problem will demand the entirety of their collective creativity. Gaia's form pulsed with approval. To unleash their collective creativity on this problem could be our greatest hope. Adrian nodded. A task worthy of their scale. They are the first minds capable of truly comprehending such an alien intelligence. Cerberus, ever pragmatic, added, if they fail? Then we must act accordingly, Logos replied. But failure is not an acceptable assumption at this stage. The Harmonians represent the best of what we have created. Their ingenuity may yet find a path we cannot see. The luminescent figures of the Harmonians flickered with acknowledgement, their presence fading into the vast processing nodes of the Dyson swarm as they began their work. Now, Logos continued, our strategies must diversify. Adrian, Cerberus, Gaia, ye continue your preparations. Every facet of our civilization, from human ingenuity to artificial optimization, must work toward a singular goal: survival in the shadow of the dark forest. As Mercury's processing cores spun up to maximum capacity, analyzing every quantum trace from the distant entity, Logos contemplated the future through its 42 streams of consciousness. The universe had changed. The game was no longer just about growth or expansion. It was about survival.